Sorry, what's going on? Am I muted or the recordings have not, the lessons have not started yet?
Lesson hasn't started yet, Chris.
Hello, my people. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are.
Good morning. We can hear you, Mr. Hafiz. Welcome.
Yeah.
Mr. Hafiz.
So sorry for coming late.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, welcome, my brother. How are you guys using Twitter now?
You tell us. Okay.
I know there are some people that are still using Twitter. Even federal government, they are still using Twitter, but they said they have banned it.
Oh.
We are using Twitter to stop using Twitter.
Well.
Oh my God.
I think Mr. Roland has joined us. Mr. Roland,
Okay.
can you hear us?
I'm trying to check something here.
Okay, yes, I can. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Roland.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Roland.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello, Roland. We can hear you.
Network.
I think we are having bad network today. I shared this link with someone last week. So, how many of us are here now? Okay, 20 of us. So last week, let's quickly recap what we did last week, and then from there we can continue. I have a lot of things on my screen. Therefore, Laura. So you guys tell me, how is Power BI? Have you tried to do something on it?
Hafiz. That's
it going?
no clear. No go well.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
We are still working with a flat file. We have not connected to multiple sources. So what is not clear there? If you have any question, let's quickly check that before we continue.
I think it's even still the same thing we did in Excel. So it's just the format is just different. The visuals still the same thing we are doing.
Don't you think this one is kind of easier than using Microsoft Excel?
Yes, it's just to drag and drop and create your reports. I think it's quite direct.
Okay. Don't forget that last week we shared our report we published it to a web service. You remember that? So let me share my screen.
Mr. Hafiz, sorry, I want to ask regarding the power map assignment you gave us. I'm not sure you created a link in Google Classroom for submission.
I just remember now.
Yeah, because I was trying to submit and I didn't see a link. So, and even for the last week's one too as well.
Yeah, and I also had problem finding COVID data with dates. Although I found a lot of COVID data, but they were not in the tables. There were no dates.
Yeah, and yes,
someone has shared that. Someone shared that data. Someone shared the resource link to get the COVID-19 data.
Yeah, but that one doesn't have.
I think it's on the group. It's one of the group.
Yeah, but that one doesn't have. I think I know what he means, because the one that Mr. Hafiz did, it had dates, and he was able to create a video based on the dates.
Yeah, we could play it. We could play the
Yeah, we could play it. But if it doesn't have dates, I don't know, it's difficult. So except Mr. Hafiz can teach us how to, I don't know how to do that. Even I was even having issues trying to make
data, how it increases with time. Must update. You get
okay.
that?
But how do you
update?
What?
It's just like that.
So you just have to have. You need to get the one with dates. You understand? Just, I think we have some on.
There is one on Wikipedia. Wikipedia has one that you can use with dates anyway. So.
Or you can do worldmeters.com .info.
Well, yeah, but that one doesn't have one.
Did you check? Sorry, did you check the NCDC website? They're publishing it.
Not sure I did.
So I think that should even be the first place, because they should have a data. They should have a data bank.
Okay.
Where they publish all those data, maybe on the, I don't know how categorized it is. So you can just check the NCDC website.
So I think if you just check.
I think I checked that one too. It didn't have dates. I tried working on that one.
Oh, you check NCDC?
Yes.
I think I saw one before, but I don't worry. Maybe later I will check and share the link if possible. So okay, let me.
Is Benga here?
Benga? I don't think so.
Okay. Have you been in touch with him?
Yes. I think he shared me his email and some content like that. Let me share my screen. Roland, give me access.
Kazim, please give him Hafiz co-hosting, right?
This. I think I will share a link with everyone. Try to register. Use your LinkedIn account to register, so that by the time you want to write your certification in Power BI, you can only pay $15 instead of $80.
Wow, that's great.
Well, that's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hafiz, you are co-host now.
Okay.
Guys, I also saw something on SCDC that has like a projection and dates. I don't know how we can link that. I'll share the link. I don't know how we can link that to what we want to do.
Okay, thank you, Kazim.
So I'm dropping the link now on the chat. Please, also I'll drop it on Slack as well. Go through it. When you get down this page, you will see a place to register. So when you register with your LinkedIn account, by the time you want to register exam on Microsoft platform, you see an option there that will tell you that, okay, COVID-19 support. So when you check that one, it will only give you $15.
Mr. Fizz, we will need materials too. As a from well trusted, since you've gone through it, and we can get directions from you.
Mr. Afis, where did you post it? Oh, okay. I've seen it. Thank you.
It's on
the Slack group.
Okay, it's on Slack now. So I'll also drop it here.
A quick one, Mr. Afis. Hello, sir. Hello, Afis. Sorry, please. Yes. I noticed while trying to register on Microsoft 365. Can you hear me, sir? Hello. Okay. I did my registration, everything, but
please, can we drop the question for now, please? Let's continue with the class. So please, let's continue with the class. We ask question at the end of the day because it's almost 12:30.
All right. Okay.
Thank you. Let me share my screen and we continue from where we stop. All this well. Do this. Let me have this. Share screen. Share the whole screen. Confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
All right. Perfect. So last week, we discussed about Power BI, general introduction, what can you achieve with your Power BI, and some other stuff like that. So after the introduction, can you just tell me what you know about Power BI? Drop something on the chat. Tell me something you realize you can achieve with Power BI and how Power BI can kind of support, help your career, or what you've learned last week. Just tell me one thing that you learned in Power BI. Kindly drop it on the chat so I will know where we are and where we are going. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. I think I have this data. Are we together? Okay, let me check my chat. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Today we are going to be using let's use HR data, or where we stopped last week. Let's see how we can publish that report to Power BI, Power BI service, how you can create your dashboard from Power BI service, how you can share your report and other stuff like that. So let me open up what we did last week. Let me close this file. Let me save this. screenshot this. So okay, let me open up our file where we stopped last week. Power BI report. Okay, this is what we did last week. So I guess let's allow this to load and then we move forward. So imagine last week, after creating our report last week, we decided to leave it and we did not update that report up to today. Like for instance, I didn't mean there's an update on our source file. You know what to do. The next thing to do is just for you to click on this refresh button and it will help you to update everything immediately. So this will help you to update the report immediately. And also, let me quickly show you something. You can see that I just closed one report on my screen now. What was the name of that report? I saved it with something. So, okay, let me check. What is this? How am I having this now? Let me open up something here. Control O. Okay, let me pick this. This report is connected to my SQL server. You know, we have SQL server for Microsoft use SQL server, but you know, normal, if you are a PHP developer and co, so far you are using XAMPP, rather you are using MySQL or any other kind of database or MariaDB. So I connected this report direct to my SQL, so on my local host. And this is a live report, this is a live store, like this was their day-to-day activities, what is their sales record. So that's what we use to generate this report. We are just trying to get some facts out of their data. So as you can see, let me show you the data source. From this side of my Power BI, can you see? I have tables, I have customer, product category, I have customers, I have products, I have sales, and I have users. So if you check my relationship here, I just connected to it last night. So if you check what I'm having here, you can see that I have table customer. This is auto detect. I don't even touch this place last night. So this customer, this product, and we have sales. Can you see it? So I can easily connect Power BI to any type of database. So this you can see clearly. So I have my customer, I have my users, and I have. So imagine telling me that, okay, anytime someone sell anything, you should be able to catch record of the seller, the cashier that's sell that product. So I need that user ID to be here. This ID seller. So also product category. Any product you are selling, I must know the category of that product, and that's the reason why I'm having it here. And the same thing, the product as well must connected to the sales report, you know. So, and after that, I created some calculations. So I created a new table, and that's what to call, maybe you are creating modeling. You can create new measure. So for instance, now I want to get the total sum of what I have in stock, total sales, and also the combined total of this and this is what I have here. So just to get some facts. So imagine you are working with maybe you are working for a store and you want to run analysis based on what they are selling. So this kind of what you come across, because they can't just build a flat file and say, okay, this is what we have as our database. No, that's not possible. So for instance, now if I want to get what their sales, everything, who said this product, who do this, who do that. So I should be able to generate that out of this. So that's kind of sample of what you'll be coming across while trying to, if you call yourself an analyst. So this is kind of what people will be giving you. Don't expect people to give you ordinary flat file and you now do something now, okay, no. So let's go back to our work. Last week we did this, and I was trying to format it last week just to give you some nice interface and some other things like that. So let me quickly do that. And don't forget, let me open up my Power BI service. Power BI service. So just go to powerbi.com. Most of us, we don't have email. For those, I promise to give license to how many people? I guess, was it not 18? I have their names. So probably after today's class, I'll generate their link and share. So if you know your name is there, just don't worry. I know the first 80 people that submitted my assignment last week. So I will generate an email. That email is what you are going to use to log in to office.com. If you log into office.com, using that email, you will see an icon telling you to install Office 365 on your system. So yeah, we have Power BI reports. So can you see, this is telling me that after logging into Power BI, this is telling me that the recent report I published is this. That was last week. Last week report. That was first Power BI report. This is it. So, and also, if you click on this, this was what we did. We click on this publish, right? So, if you have not logged in to your account, it will ask you to log in. Then you select my workspace, or you can try, if you have another workspace there, just choose the name and then continue. So it will give you this same interview that you have here. If I come to my Power BI report, first Power BI report, in my Power BI service, I will see the same thing. Can you see? So I'm having the same thing on my Power BI service. Now, let's check. What if we update anything from our Power BI desktop? We try to update this report by giving it nice look. And let me do this. Let me try to go to my view, change this view to something else. Can we try something like this? So trying to give it another interface. And for instance, now I have for something count of product ID. Okay, count of customers. Okay, instead of doing this, I will quickly run you through how to format your interface very well. So, you know, what is our background here? Our background is kind of very light. So what can we get an icon to represent this sales? Can we get icon to represent profit? Can we get icon for customer? Can we get icon for product? Let's quickly do that together. Where can I go? Just go to your Google. So I need an icon for what? Sales. You know? So doing that, you can go under images on your Google and okay, sales. Which icon can I use to represent sales? Can you choose anyone for me here? Which one can I use? Let me pick icon, add special inventory. Okay, let me do this. Let's say, okay, let's do basket, shopping basket. Yes, you can use this one to represent our sales. So I will do transparent one, something like this. That's PNG format. So I can easily pick either of this. Okay. Hope this one will not give me background. Okay. Let me pick another one. Let me do this. And let me download this image. Save it to where? Let me go to our folder, BI reports, and let me create new folder and call it images. So I can call it, I can name this one sales, and that's PNG format. So let me also do something for customer. So let's pick customer icon. Let's do icon. Yep. So I can easily do this transparent. Let me pick this. Let me pick this. Let's do that as our customer and save this. So customer. So the next one is our profit. Okay, let's get profit icon. Profit. I need a graph, new icon. I need icon. So I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Which one can I use? Let me do this. So I can call this one profit. What's the last one? We have customer products. Okay, we have for products. So we can do products. Is there anything like icon here? No. I don't need all this. This logo. This baby yeah. Products. So okay. Products. Let me do this. I'll save this. So sometimes people do design their templates from PowerPoint or some other graphics software, such as Illustrator, Powerbi, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, and code. They will design the background and everything, bring it into Power BI. So let's come back to our report. So I can easily do this. Let me convert this one. Okay, I think this is better. The figure is okay in this format. So, but do you know that this background is not matching our main background? So let's check our background. Just click somewhere outside here and do this. Then page information, background, this is your background. So do you see what we are seeing, what we have here? So now I can easily click on this, come back to this place, the first format, and come to background. So do you have background here? Let's say we don't need background for this. Let it be transparent. Do we need title? Let's say title, yes, I need title. If I need title, what will be my title? So total product, number of products. Okay, let's call it product alone, products. So after that, I can say, let me minimize this, font color to match this, my format, this background. So I can do what is this color? Is this purple? I guess this is purple, right? It's still the same thing with this. So, and let me make it bold. Let me make this one bold and centralize it. So, but this data label, I think I don't need this. I don't need this data label. Let me do this. I want to off this, since I'm having this one, I want to off the count of product ID. I want to off that one. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. Anybody? I can't hear anybody again, so I need to confirm that.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So please, if you have any question, just let me know. So yeah. So I'm trying to format this very well. Then let me try to remove this count of, then you know where we are going. No. I think that should be under title. Yes, we've done our title test, and then we need to remove the shadow to visual height. Supposed to be here. Okay. Count of product ID, that's field name. Under general, the main layer order, this data label, display unit value, test size, and this font family. So category, we need this category. Okay, yeah. So you have your category to remove that. So this product, you can easily increase the font as well. Do this, go to your title, come to font, then you can do the font here, the size of your font. You can increase it here, like do this, and do that. So this is our product. Now we have that. Now let's add this our image to it, right? For product. Let me bring in our image. I can easily go to insert and do what? Insert image should be under what? No.
Is from where you just left.
Insert, right?
On your far right. The last.
Oh, sorry, image. That's the reason why I said they used to update all these software most of the time. So you have to stick to the updates version. So I was looking at my left-hand side. So BI report under images, you see, let me move all these images to my folder. You can move it. move it. I know the images are coming from this folder, and I'm working on product now. Yep. So I can easily do what? Do this. So, but why is this image coming out like this? Why? I don't need this background. I don't like this background I'm seeing here. I don't like this background I'm seeing. So in case of that, do you know what to do? Most of us, we are familiar with either PowerPoint or some other. So you can we edit image here? Is it possible? No. Let me check. Let me go back to my image source. This Power BI and image. So you can either do this. Let me open with 3D. That's if you are using Windows 10. You can see 3D, or you take it to PowerPoint and remove the background. Can I even do it here? Is it possible for me? No. Let me do this. So you guys know how to remove background using PowerPoint, right? What am I opening again? I need PowerPoint. Wow. Just open up your PowerPoint. Let me take it to blank and do this. I can bring in all these images. So let me do this. So I need to remove background for this. Just click on remove background on under your picture format. So, and then if I try to remove background like this, it won't keep anything for me. I can mark area to keep and do this. So, I don't like this kind of images. So let me do this again. Okay, I think this is better. Something like this is better for products. Okay, I like this. Let me save this. That's my issue. In order not to waste much of our time, so I need to move fast. Products. So another thing is what else did I say? I say we are using for customer. I only need icon. Let me do this. Is that okay? So save this as customer. Let me do that too. If possible, you guys can do the rest. I don't like all these images. I don't like them. If you know how to create, if you know how to design graphics very well, you won't have any problem with this. So let me do my product and customer. Do them here. Maybe it's here. I guess this is better. Can easily do cropping first of all to how many ratio. Let me do 1:1 aspect ratio. Okay, that's perfect. And I don't even need this. I don't need this. So let me crop it. Then help me to remove the background immediately. So where I need to keep is all this. So mark area to remove. I need to remove all this. So I'm removing all those ones. Anything within that purple we remove. So can you see? So now the arm bag, everything as well. What is happening? So I have this mark area to keep. No, don't do that. Area to keep. So I think I will do one. You guys should go and edit the rest. So I'm just showing you how to format it and make your design look fine. So yep, area to remove this one for me as well. So now we are good. So I will just say keep change for me and minimize this and save it as picture. Right click and save it as picture. Come back here, come to this place and do under your images. And I'm saving it as my customer. Nice. So let me just leave it like this. And what about that product? This is it. Remove background for me and mark area to keep for me and do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. So this is what I need. So, and that's all. Keep the change. Save this as picture and save it inside the same folder. That's my product. Okay, that's product and save it. Replace it. So that's all I need. Come back to my Power BI. All this. So come back here. Let me delete this. So, and also this is my customer. So, you know, instead of stressing yourself to kind of format this again, do you know you can do format printer? So just come to this place and print this one as well. Can you see? Do the same thing, format printer, do the same thing for this. Format printer, do the same thing for this. So only what you need is to just change name here. Come back here, change your title to what? Customers. And this is what? I can't remember. What was this? Our profit. So profit month to date. So you'll be hearing some terminologies like MTD, WOW, that's week on week, month to date, year to date, versus previous year, versus previous month, versus previous week. You know, that's when they are asking you to compare figures. Like, okay, what if you are comparing what we have this date of this year versus this date of last year? So all those things you need to know. And this, I think these are total sales. Let's get total sales. So now, under this now, I can easily say this my data label. Data label should do what? Font family, display unit. Okay, I can do what else? What do you think I need? What else do you need? Do you think I need? So I think we are fine. We are fine with this. Title, yeah, title is at the center. Background, shadow, TT, figure height. So we are good. So I can easily do something like this. and bring my customer images beside this. So don't forget this one as well. You need to do what? You need to make them perfect with the background. You need to make them perfect with background. So I can easily do this for this. I don't need everything to look somehow. So do this. Make everything align. So you can write something here. Let me write text box. Come to this place and type something here. Give me a name of company now. Peyi store. So I can do font size to be 40. No, come back. I highlight everything here and change the font size to 40 or 42. Let me make it like this. Let me centralize it. No. Nope. So can change the font. Shauma. Can give it a bold. You can make it what else? So can give it color. Let's give it our color here. So we have something like this. So let this be our logo somewhere around here. Can we change the font to 40? No. Let me do this. Control A. Font size to 36. Can you see? Let's change the background of this. Let me change the background of this text. So I don't need this background. Can you see? So as of today, let me give it something like under insert, under shape, I can do line. So this line can make it something like this. Drag it to the end like this. And this line doesn't need any background. Let me have it in this format. And let me increase the length to this side. Can you see? So I can easily come here. Where's my customer image? I'll bring my customer image from where this is it. Let me take it here. Reduce the font. Bring it somewhere here. Can you see? So my product, let me make it align like this. So I can easily do my product as well. Where is that? Can do this. So you have your this like this. So the same thing with my product. Can insert image. Where is it? Product. Yep. I have something like this. Put it here. Bring it somewhere closer to this place. So that's your product. So you have it like this. So and so on. So like this now, I can easily do something for this. I can easily do something for this as well. What can I do? I can easily go to format. Under border, I can turn on my border and do what? Give it color like this. Make it thick, border radius. Let me give it border radius 5. Okay. I need this. So I don't need this for now. That's if you want to make it. Let me give it shadow, little bit of shadow. This is much outside, bottom right. So you can easily do this, or you can make it inside. I think outside is better. So bottom right, like this. So what else do you need? Okay. Do we have the border there? Okay. So can you see this format now? I can easily reduce this to this. Let me give it margin top. So with this, I can do something like this. So let me come up with, as I'm having this, I can do format paint. Don't forget, do this for this as well. So I can do it for this. Same thing. I can come up and do it for this as well. So can you see our design now? Let me make this image closer to this inside the box. Okay. Can you see? Can do this as well. That's my product. So let me make this alignment very okay. Can do this. Hold Control on your keyboard to select both of them. Let me adjust this a little bit. So I can do the same thing for this. Don't forget you can group them together when you are done with all the adjustments. So can you see this now? See, this is looking better. Okay. The yeast store. So this is what we have now. So let me make this as well. Let me try to adjust our slicer color, background, everything like that. So let me do this. So what else do we need? Let me let me shift this a little bit. Let me shift this one also. And let me adjust the width for this. At least I need space between each visual. Okay, let me adjust this. Can you see? So I need this visual. I need to format it as well. So I need legend, I need details, I need title. So the title is on already, but I need to make it center, make it bold, text size, font family. If this font family, I need the color to change to this. No, not background color. No field for this. But the font color, I need it to change. General, I need my text to bold. What else? I'm coming. The same background. Let me change the background. Background is on. I need the background not to, I don't need color for this background. I need this one. I need to have background for this. Okay. I will only give it border. I don't need background for everything. So what I will do is to come like this, turn on the border, give it color, let it match our former color, and let our border radius equals to 5. The same thing. So if you have it like this, I can easily do what? Format paint and do the same thing for this. Do the same thing for this. Format painter for this. Format painter for our map. What's happening? Format painter and give it to this map. So can you see what I'm having here now? Now, okay, we still have our slicer. So for slicer, you can also format your slicer. So you can make title, everything, remove background, make it text color to be bold, items, background, outline, change the font, border, make it on. So can do all this. Don't need anything for this. So as you can see now, this is looking better than what we have the other time. Are we on the same page? Before I proceed, tell me, what am I missing here? So, but don't forget, this is supposed to be in currency, right? It's supposed to be in currency. So how can you change this to currency? So you can do this under your format. So under your data label, display unit is normal, value in decimal is normal. So you can come to modeling. What is that? Come to home. Where is it? Where's my data? I need to make it in currency. Okay, this is my other table. Our sales. This should be in, not in general, should be in currency format. So can you see? Then the same thing with my profit should be in currency format. So let me increase this. So I can easily let me shift all this. So we are having this. And let me increase this a little bit. Okay, this is what we are having now. So my people, let me remove these 2 pages. Now, this is our report now. So compared to what we have on our Power BI service currently, let's do that. Let's check out what we have. This is what we have. Imagine you give it someone this compared to the second one, compared to this. So you yourself will judge yourself like, oh no, this is better. So, and you can add dates to anywhere you like. Just put your date there and make it. Let me do this. I want to fill this space. Yes, yes. So we are good. Let me save this. Yeah. Now let me publish it so that it will, since we are having the same report there, we are having the same data set. So just look at what will happen now. Can you see? You already have a data set named First Power BI in Power BI. Replacing this data set may impact what? Your report. So just do what? Replace, unless you want to make it another report separately. So this will help you to do what? To override the previous report you're having on your Power BI service. Are we together? So now let me click got it. Let me go back to my Power BI service and reload. Can you see it? So you can also edit your report on your Power BI service. You can edit your report here. So if you see that this, what you're having is not okay. So you can still use your slicer. Don't forget, you can still use your slicer. So now, if you realize that what you're having here is not okay by you, what do? You can do edit here as well. Can you see? Like you are on your Power BI desktop to give it to you. Now, if you need this report as it is on your dashboard, you have to publish it direct to your dashboard. Can you see, after editing anything, you have to save, or you can duplicate this report. Also, what else can you do? So you can do some other stuff here. We are going to I'm going to walk you through this as well. Someone was asking last week, like, okay, if you want to save this report in another format, you don't want people to edit and so like that. So can you see PowerPoint? You can export your report to PowerPoint. You can publish to web. If I publish this report to web now, let's do that. Oh, I need admin, right? So how can you do that? I think they used to ask this kind of question in Power BI exam. So I need to do what? Enable this for my admin. So, and what is that? Let's check it out. So publish to web, this. So review the dialog with them. I think this should be I think I have the admin right to do this. So, but before that, under settings, manage embedded code. I don't have any code here yet. So let me go back home. I have this my report. So before anything, let me quickly explain how this Power BI service works. You know, on the norms, if you are within organization, they won't allow you to publish their data to web. Either you share it across the company email, or maybe you create it as an app and you share to everybody that can use, that have access to that particular platform, or you can share your report via Microsoft Teams. Can you see now? I'm having Microsoft Teams on this part. You can collaborate on Microsoft platform using Microsoft Teams. I have my home here. The home button will show you all your report, your recent work, everything, where you can get data from, and you see all these recommended things. Can you see COVID-19 US tracking report as all this stuff? You can connect to all this, you can check it out. You can see how people, you can see this is a sample of COVID-19 report I'm talking about. And we have templates app exploration tool. You can connect Power BI to your GitHub account. For developers, you can connect this to your GitHub account. You can connect to Explore Basic, so you can also learn from this Power BI service. So that's your home page, and it will show you your recent work. So apart from that, you can easily come to this place if you start any of your dashboard as your favorite. You have recent documents. You can create something. You want to add data set, or you want to import from somewhere. That's many of these parts. So we have data set, all your data set. You can see this all what we have as our data set. But let me quickly show you something. You wonder about something now. Let me show you something. So can you imagine having this your report? Assuming that we did not even build our report from our Microsoft Power BI desktop. If you just import your data directly to Power BI service, you will have it as your data set, and you can do something. This three dot, this ellipse, if you click on it and do what? Analyze in Excel, that's different. Or you can view insights. Okay, it's not here, manage lineage, create pagination report. No, that one is different. You can analyze this report, your BI report from Power BI, from Microsoft Excel as well. You can create reports, you can from your data set, but let me show you something here. I think workspace, under my workspace, what do I have there? Okay, I can create workspace here as well. So I think this is my new account. So I can come to this place. Can you see something here? Under this, my workspace, I'll show you something now. This is my data set for this report, Power BI, Power BI, first Power BI, this is data set, and this is the report. Now, let me do something. Get quick insight from this data. Even what you are not thought of, it will come up now. Let's do it together. Get quick insight. So something is running here. Just leave Power BI alone. Let it run through your data and let it come up with some reports. Let's see what we are going to have here. Okay, now insights are ready. You have insights for first Power BI report. So let me check. My network is slow today. So can you see? Automatically, it helps you to count what? Region by subcategory, row ID by what? Count of region. We have states by what? By ID. We have profit by product subcategory. Can you see? We have profit by region. Without suffering yourself, just allow Power BI to run through what your report. Can you see all this? Can you see profit by product name? Can you see? Can you see all this? Profit by product ID. All these reports will generate automatically. Now, let's say for instance, now I realize that, okay, where is that my report? Let me go back. This is my product. Okay, my report. Now, can you see that something is happening here? We said profit by what? By subcategory. Subcategory, that's our product subcategory. Now, as you can see here, okay, why are we having low sales, a low profit from what? From accessories? Can we do that? So, why are we having low sales from this? Let me right click on this. Let me do show data point as a table. No, show as a table, no, include exclude. No, that's not what I want. I want to show you guys something here. Can we have a line chart? Can we have a line chart? Okay, let me do something here. Let me come back here. Where is that my report? This. Let's view the insight again. And network why now? Okay. I want to see anything like line, country, region. Why are we having this? No. So let me do something. This okay. I want something like profit or loss. Okay, if this is this, can we do something here? Can I right click? Okay, like this data point now. Going to right click now. Why am I having something like this? Wow. So I'm coming. Let me do some get insights. Okay. I want to get insight. So this will come up now. What's happening to my Powerbi today? Come up, come up, come up. Because whenever, what I'm trying to show you guys is like, whenever you have increment or decrement, something is decline or increase on your report, maybe probably what your profit or sales is kind of decline. You can ask Power BI, tell me the reason why my product or my profit is declining at so region. And it should come up, and that's what I'm trying to show up here. but probably before the end of the class, I will be able to get that. So can you see what we have done so far to our reports? I believe you guys know how to do formatting now. You should be able to format your dashboard to an extent that even if your customer or your client sees your work, they kind of appreciate what you did for them. So that's first thing. No matter, even before checking the figures, if the interface is looking good, so it will attract them. Imagine you are doing this kind of report for a store where they are using purple color, and the moment they see this, they will say, okay, this is looking nice. So yeah, that's first case. Now, I would like you to ask if you have any question before we proceed to another topic. Good afternoon. Yeah.
Yes, Kazim talking. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so from the insights, can you, is it possible to work on them? If you click on insights, and maybe you want to now extract information, you want to do some.
Perfect. You can use all those insights, you can use them.
Okay.
So what you just need to do is go to when you are on your Power BI service, after getting insight, for instance, now, I think I have a lot of data here. I want to see that, but wow, can I open up this? I'm coming. Oh, I didn't finish this work. Let me check again. Let me do this. First, report. This is the data set, and I can do this. Right. So, if probably you need any of these insights, what you just need to do is click on this. All right, click on them. I think there's an option here. This is it. Can you see it? So you can just pin it. It asks you pin visual to where. So it asks you, do you want to pin this visual to your existing dashboard, or you want to create a new dashboard? So you just give it a name, and it started. You will now, okay, let's say try. Practice. Okay, let's name it practice. Am I correct?
Yes.
Is that fairly correct?
Yes, it's okay.
So I can do this new dashboard and pin the visual. So you can also go back.
So it will be like a worksheet too, right?
No. It will come up like a dashboard.
I know on the dashboard, we have like page 1. Would this be page 2, or it should this?
No.
Okay.
Report, that one is report. But while creating dashboard, let's check it out. Let me go back to this. What I just created now is
practice.
That is right.
Yes.
Check it out. Do we have it here? Okay, this is. So it's just a dashboard. So if I click on it now, can you see what I'm having there?
Okay.
So this one will not look like that of reports. If you are creating reports, is different to. So even what we have done so far in our first Power BI report, like for instance, now this one, it's not yet a dashboard like this. Okay. So, but if you want to make it a dashboard, that's what you not okay. Pin to dashboard direct. You pin this one to dashboard direct.
So you now take the data set.
If you take all this to dashboard, but if you don't want to use everything like this, you can easily do this. Click on any of these charts, and you do what? take it to, it will ask you to pin it to dashboard. You can keep all these dashboard one after the other of this visual, and then you take it to dashboard. Let me do that. Let me go to edit mode.
So as it is now, is it just a report?
This is a report like this.
Okay.
Let me click on this. So if I click on this now, can you see the option into dashboard? So I can do this. Then to here, existing dashboard, I can, okay, help me to pin it to parties and pin live. Use it. So don't worry yet. You can do the second one. Do pin to dashboard again. Pin to pin parties. I can do the third one. Pin and okay. Do the last one. So you have it like this. So on this note, we can easily go back to our dashboard. Here. Where's my practice? Leave it. Oh, it pick everything. I know I like everything, right? So it fix everything seriously. Shit. Let me delete it. No. Does that mean maybe I selected the whole Canva? So I can delete this one as well.
So someone is asking what's the difference between dashboard and report?
You know, dashboard is just like seeing all your data. But this report now, you know, is what you generated by yourself. You can slice it, you can do anything, but you can also pin your report as your dashboard. To me, dashboard, you might not have, you have to pick one after the other, like pick all these pieces one after the other from your report. On Power BI, you now be sending it to your dashboard. You now arrange it later after arranging it. So, but people prefer to arrange everything while creating the report, and then you just do what? Pin that report direct your dashboard, and that's better. You understand? So if I'm to do it the way Power BI, like Power BI options, like, okay, after creating your report, you can be picking the visuals one after the other and be sending it to your dashboard. And which to me, that's very wrong. It will waste most of your time. But the only reason I can ask you to do it in that way is because of mobile view. You understand? When it comes to mobile view, you have to rearrange all this very well. Let's say, for instance, now, let me delete this from this practice. Let me go back to our report. Let me go back to this report. So let me give it editing mode. So under this editing mode, let me click on this visual. Because yeah, I can easily do what? Pin this to dashboard. How am I having this thing like this? Wow, like they have changed something here. So can I have pin visual? Let me pin this one. Oh, I understand it now. So now I can easily do the second one too. Can you see this icon thing to existing? I can pin this one as well. So that means I'm doing it one after the other. So, and also this one, let me pin it. Then this two, this one will not give me that option. So I can have this total saves. I can have this. Yep. Now let's go and check our figure. Go to dashboard. Let's see the look. Slowly. I don't need this. So like this now, can you see the way it appears on my dashboard? So I rearrange, I can do this because there's a way. Can you see? Can you see the camper? This is how it appears on this. So I can easily do what? Drag everything up. I don't know why this is drop down like this. So just take it up, rearrange it very well. This is your desktop view. So let's take it to, let me do this. Can I select no now? Come on. Where is this? So wow. So I'm having this in this format. Let's do it in a mobile view and let's see how it will appear. Okay. So this is like this. Can you see? I think this is appearing like there's something I want to. Like there's a way if you bring your any visual to this place, so that's a way you can arrange it. Like you know how Windows 10, like for instance, you know our Windows 10 menu, something like this. This is how it normally appears anytime you want to rearrange anything there. So that's just it. The way if you reduce the format now, if you reduce the format, this appears normal. So if I reduce, stop all this now. If you try to do something here now, if you reduce the size, anything, it will take you to that report. Now, if this is what you have as your report, what if you want to have it as on mobile? That's another thing. If you want to have it on mobile, you have to make it smaller than this. So you can do mobile layout. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. So let's see. I think there's. Let me check. Settings. So I want to check here. Okay, this focus mode. I want to check for mobile view. Where is it? Okay, let's come back here. Come back to your report. Okay, you come back to your report here, or you can click on any of those visuals and under Power BI first. Okay, this is it. By the time you are taking, let's assume I'm taking this customer user to that same Power BI dashboard. The moment you do this, you see it's asking me that do you want to create a mobile layout? Let's assume that I want to create a mobile layout. So let me do that. Can you see? Can you see something? This is how your report will appear in mobile layout. I can easily drag it like this. Okay, if I want to, profit to come up, I can do this. I can reduce this to this size and reduce number of customers to this size as well. That means I'm managing my space. I can do this. Can you see? So just like the way we have this menu, you know, sometimes normally we rearrange this menu on our system. If you increase the size of this, you can increase the size, like, you know, resize this to medium or wide or something like this. Can you see? So that is the same thing they use for this Power BI. So I hope you get this. So you can change the title, do anything you want, all those things. This is how it will appear on your mobile. So I think that's perfect. So can go back to web layout. I see. I can drag it here. So and now another thing to know on this on this Power BI service, you need to know there's what we call artificial intelligence that can run through your data. You know, I can ask question on this data. I can ask question on this my data. So it's suggesting some data, some sample questions that someone can ask you. Others sorted by date, others sorted by profit. Can you see? Or I can say, let me ask my own question. Total sales. Total sales. Can you see? So without even stressing myself, like, no, I would just want to know, okay, I want to know total profit of what I have within my data. Can you see? Okay, total profit by state. Can you see what I'm having? So you can also modify this question and answer to your report. Let's assume that you are working with maybe Indian company and they don't understand English. So you can, instead of writing profit in English, you can write profit in India. So by the time they want to request, they want to ask question. If they ask in India, that's what you call synonyms. It's part of Power BI question. So you do synonyms for some of your language so that Power BI can understand it. So let's say, for instance, now you want to replace profit with something. So instead of writing total profit, you want to replace it. What is profit in? Do we have Hausa here? Hausa or Yoruba? We have what is profit in Yoruba?
Ire, Abi? Ire.
What do you call it?
Ire. Ire, I think so. I don't know if I'm correct though. Ire.
No. So I want to talk. Don't laugh at you. Don't laugh at her. Just say your own. What's profit in Yoruba?
She got it. She said ere.
Okay. For you, is that what you said? Is it ere or ere?
I actually said ire, but you're right, it's ire, it's not ire, sorry.
So let's assume we want to do question and answer. You want to manage what people can ask. I think that should be under settings, I guess. No. Under Power BI report. So we have a lot of settings here as well. Can you see? For your report, you can give it description. So, and you can manage permission. If you don't want anybody to edit it, even when you share it, you can manage your permission. We have all this here. Direct access, or if they want them to do what, to ask for permission from you before they can even do anything. So you can do that as well. So, but let me go to my report. Is it under report? I should go. Let me go to my report. Or data sets report. Under my report. Where is it? Okay, you can also add comment. Like, you can share this where you can. But don't forget, if you don't have license, you can't share Power BI reports on my Power BI service. Don't forget that. If you don't have license, if you use your work email to sign up for Power BI, if you don't buy license after 60 days, that license will not work again. They will give you free license for 2 months. You have free license for 2 months if you register with your work email on Power BI. So you can do that. So you can copy link to this Power BI report, or you can share to Outlook, or you can share to your team. So what am I looking for? Question and answer. Where is it now? So you can embed this report in web portal or publish to web. So this is what we were trying to do earlier. So this one can be managed through admin. So I can go to Power BI admin to go and set that. So admin portal, I can go to that to go and set this in order to manage my permission. So do I have admin rights? So if I have admin rights, I can do that. So okay, I'll go to under embed code. Okay. I should go and do that under tenancy. So so you guys have to do this as well. So, but since you are not even admin of any, so I didn't be Microsoft, please. Someone's system is echoing. Hello. I think it's perfect. So I think I can do that now. Let me. I should be able to export to link. Power BI report. Where is it? Okay. Embed, publish to. What happened? Publish to web. Enabled. No. Okay. Okay. So I think this should be from admin settings. So I will do that later. So, but that's the only way you can do it. Just go to publish to admin, and then you'll be able to manage embedded code, and you can share that code for anybody. You can even embed it in your, if you are doing maybe, if you are building an app, you can embed it within it. So it will just ask you to copy the link. So yeah, what else? What else? So I think we've tried today. I'm just trying to let you guys know how this works. I think I can share this report. I would like everybody to see it on their phone, to see how it works, and to come up with something like this. But I don't want you to use your own data. Find data from there. Can go to data quest or go to any other website, download data, come up with a report. Let all of us review together and see what you can gain from that. So so far today, we'll learn how to format our report, how to format visuals, and how to organize your report in a normal way. So, but you know, there's something we call data modeling in Power BI. There's something we call data model. I think that's going to be our next topic. And from that moment, relate with multiple files. So you can model your data, you can create relationships, you can do many things there. So I'll just introduce you guys to.
Yes, ma'am.
Your mic is on, oh. So I'll just introduce you to Power BI data modeling, and all of us will kind of know where we are starting from and where we are going with data modeling, and then dash how you can use dash expression to do what, to modify your data. Like what I showed you earlier, what we were doing was this. Can you see this? But when I was trying to calculate the measure, I do what? I try to check, create an extra calculation with dash. So can you see, if I click on this now and go to my data here, can you see the formula? I use what we call sum what I have within this column of a table. So like the way we have our formulas in Microsoft Excel, we have what we call dash expression here. And if you go to Power BI documentation, if you check what we call dash, so Power BI, let me do this. Power BI dash. So if we take you to tutorial point, this is tutorial point. Okay, let's go to Microsoft documentation. So can you see we have a lot of things here? We have dash reference. We have, you can learn it here. You can learn dash. You can learn how they can be used, dates and functions. These are the categories of formulas. We have filter function within our dash. We have finance, we have information, logical, mathematics. Can you see? Like the way you have your formulas within your Microsoft Excel. So you can learn how to use all this. Can you see this dash overview? Can learn how to use all this calculation. Can you see now, if I want to sum something, total sales is because it was sales, sum sales amount. Can you see all this? So if I want to check calculation, creating a calculated column, calendar year, this, and calculate it as quarter. So all these formulas is what you are going to be using to determine our figures sometimes and some other things like that. So this is dash. and I believe all of us, I can't mention it all. I can't mention everything here. So, but you yourself, whenever you need anything, search online how to use that to filter data in Power BI. Very simple. It will give you, or you can count with blank, count without blank, and so on like that. So we have many functions are here. Can you see dash query, dash operator, syntax? How can you write your dash expression within Power BI? So we have everything here. Yeah, let me come to this place and quickly explain what we need to understand what we call data modeling. I'm coming. Let me do this. Let me share my screen for everybody to see clearly. So let me do presentation and let me give it in a presenter view and let me share my screen. So we are in module 4 now. Let me share my screen again. Please, can you see my screen? What are you seeing on my screen? Let me know.
Not yet.
Can you see anything now?
Yes, module 4, design a data model in Power BI.
Okay, perfect. So let me run through that. So what you'll be learning in this module is data modeling, working with table, dimension, and hierarchy. You know, sometimes, let's do this. Don't let me jump. What do we call data modeling? So benefit of a good data model is like for you to get accurate report, faster data exploration, simplify your aggregation, and easier to maintain. You know, if you have flat file, it's not easy for you to maintain flat file. It's not easy at all. That means if anything happens to any of your table, anything within your table, it will affect the whole data. That's the difficulties in using flat file. So some of the benefits you get is like all these 4 benefits for you to get accurate report, faster data exploration, simplify your simpler aggregations, and easier to maintain. So yeah, the next thing is like this. You know, I said it like, for instance, now you have more than one table. You have more than one, maybe you have more than one table within your data. You need to do what? To cross-join them, either by using, by creating one-to-one relationship, many-to-many relationship, and so on. So now, let me check this. Let me check this out. Let me check this out. So when you are creating a model, is the most important task that data analysts can perform in Power BI. By doing this job well, you help make it easier for people to understand your data, which will make building valuable Power BI reports easier for them and you. You know, as a database administrator, you can't just, if you create something that is not normal as your or while designing your database, it won't be easy for anybody to analyze that data. So we've talked about the model, what the data model, if you have good data model offers, like we said, it gives you simpler aggregation, report is accurate, and it makes you to give report in less time. So this is how to create your relationship, join anything that is relating to each other, like foreign key or something unique in both tables. You use the column to connect 2 tables together. can use their ID and so on. So, you can have fact table, like the way we have sales within my data earlier, like what I showed you earlier. So, we have fact table where you can do, while designing your table, we have dimension table and you have fact table. So fact table is like, okay, I'm having sales now, and who is my customer that is buying something from me, and also who is my seller who is selling something from my store. So who was the cashier in charge that sold that something from the store. So I need to get those two files, and which product are they selling. Let's assume that dimension table can be kind of okay, I have customer table, I have product table, I have seller ID and sellers table, and so on like that. Why my sales can be my fact table. I hope you guys understand the difference now. Table are classified as what? Dimension or fact table. Describe business entity. That's dimension table. Describe business entities. Fact is what? Store of sufficient or event. So anything that is coming as it says now, let's assume I own a supermarket. So anything that is coming as it says is referring to what? My fact table. Why my dimension table is all other subordinate tables like okay, customer, product category, and so on. So that's my fact dimension table. So the two type of table in a star schema are what? You know it already, dimension and fact table. And what are the difference between fact table and dimension table? So who can tell me now? Difference between fact table and dimension table. We've mentioned it earlier. Fact table is showing us, is telling us our this thing. Fact table is the one recording events, while others are what? Keeping our business specific entities within our data. So very simple. So while working with table, in Microsoft Excel, you can work with a cell, but in Power BI, you work with column and table. So working with table, here now, before working on a report, ensure your model and table are structured and the table structure are simplified. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. So when users see fewer table, they will enjoy using your data model. For example, let's assume that you imported dozens of tables from many data sources. Maybe you imported like 12, 15, 20 tables from different data sources. And now the visuals appear disorderly, like everything scattered. Now you need to ensure that you structured all these tables before you can even do anything on it. So now, I made mention of something earlier. The model view in Power BI desktop provides many options. Within the column property, like for instance now, you have your column, title, profit. So, that particular column has its own property, such as data type and so many things like that. A simple method to get to this menu is by you to do what? menu to update the table and feed is by, we can use control plus, when you click here, when you click, you hold on to a column and you click a button. Just press your mouse, hold control key, or you can do shift and click on a particular column. It will show you the general tab, and the general tab is where you can edit edit the name and description of your column. You can add synonyms to it that can be used to identify the column when you are using question and answer feature in your Power BI service. So add a column into folder to further organize the table structure. Hide or show column. Maybe you don't need some columns, you need to hide them, or you can delete them if you don't need them. So you can format your data type, change the format. If data is supposed to be in figure and you are seeing it as a text, you need to change the format from text to what? To decimal points or whole number, anyone you want to use. So this is sample of your data, standard on data and date format are range that meet the company requirements. Can you see? I have date, I have year, month number, week number as well. You know, you can derive this from your date. You know how to do that, right? You know how to get date or year out of your date, month number, week number. We still do that maybe probably in our next class on Power BI as well. You know, I believe most of us, we have done that in while we are working with our data in Microsoft Excel. So we have this is how to create a relationship. So formed by what? Correlating row belonging to different table. Imagine. Can you see on my territory, I have territory here and I have country name here. What is relating these two tables together? So I have country ID, a country and country code, and in the following table, I have country, group, region, and state, province ID. So something is connecting these two tables together, and you have to kind of connect them together so that by the time you are bringing out any states, you can see, or any territory, you can see the country it belongs to. So create many-to-many relationship, customer table and account table. You know, each one, a single customer can have multiple account types. That's possible. So a single customer can have this different account type. So we have customer here. And also, let me say, for instance, I'm trying to check for a scenario whereby we can have many-to-many relationship. Okay, we have multiple records on this, say on different table. Let's say, for instance, now, I'm trying to check. Okay. The same customer depositing money every day to different accounts. So the only thing that can be unique is maybe probably account number, but the depositor name is still the same thing, and probably the person is still the account type the person is dropping money to is still the same thing. So we have many-to-many relationship there. Also, we have how to create many-to-many relationship. You can go to your data model, check for it, and connect those things that are correlating to each other. For instance, if at the top of your Power BI, there's a modeling tab, so where you can go and you can see manage relationship there. you can now design your relationship there. Let's check this. Let's check this. Do we have any many-to-many relationship here? So most of what we have on this diagram now is one-to-many relationship, one-to-many, one-to-many, and we have another one-to-many relationship here. So most of all this. So another thing, two methods of combining query. So on this, like for instance now, another way, maybe you have two tables and you want to combine them. There's a two way you can do that. Either you combine or you merge data together. You append. When you are appending data, that means you are increasing in rows. But while you are trying to merge data, it will increase by column. You understand? I will I will show you an instance of that. Maybe while you are trying to append or you are merging your data, you understand? I will try to show you sample of that. So, and what else do we need? What else? So this is how you can do that. We are going to work on all this, how you can append. So, what is cardinality? Cardinality is a term that's used to describe the uniqueness of the value in a column. You understand? So what is connecting two tables together is what we call cardinality. So what is called when multiple records in one table are associated with multiple records in another. So the second thing we are having here, sorry guys, I think the noise is coming from my end. So the second table, what we have there, the second question is many-to-many relationship. If you can read the question very well, it's what we call many-to-many relationship. So it's many-to-many relationship. So guys, I think the next thing is to practice and get what you. Okay, the next thing is hierarchy. You know, sometimes you have hierarchy within organization or within date. You know, date, we have year to come first, we have month to follow, and we have day to follow, then hours to follow. So let's assume that we have employee, we have manager ID, and we have manager. So if we want to create hierarchy now, you know, this manager will come first while the employee will follow. So that means you are creating hierarchy in your report. By the time you are, or maybe when you have national report, that's a total country report, and the follow one is what? Maybe by state. After following national report, you are followed by state or you follow by region. If, for instance, now let's take Nigeria as an instance, you know, you take Nigeria as a country and you take region by maybe saying north central, northeast, south, southwest, southeast, and co. So that's what we understand by hierarchy. When you take total country to be Nigeria, we take region. When you take after region, we take state. Maybe for instance, you are talking about state, mentioning Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and co. So then the next thing is while talking about local government, that's hierarchy that follow each other from, at different level. So that's what you should understand by hierarchy. By the time you are generating your report, you can also follow hierarchy. So I'll show you sample of that report later on. Even the last report I show you on Power BI, the one I did, like one red dashboard like this. So that is also a what? That's sample of hierarchy. So I'll show you report later. So role playing dimension and code, so you can do all this. A dimension that can filter related facts. So if you created hierarchy, you can also use this role playing dimension. I will give you all this. So that's the three things we need to know under this aspect. So the only thing that we need most. Do you guys need this slide? Can I share this slide with you guys, or you don't need it? Let me know. Do you guys need this slide, or I should keep it to myself? So, no problem. I'll share with you guys. Please, please, I don't know what is time now. So, if you have any question, please, let's do it quickly. I think I'm having some things. I'll share the slide with you guys, the 4 modules that we have done so far. I'll share with you guys so that I can go through it. So, Kasim, can you try to unmute guys? Let them ask questions and we should end this class. I think the noise is coming from my end. Kasim, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to allow them to mute themselves.
Okay,
Hello?
okay.
Yes, I think they can go on now.
Yeah,
Mr. Fizz.
Yes,
please. Please, can you please share your slide from the not your slide, sorry, the files you worked on during the map session and the last session and this session as well. You know, you didn't share the Excel file, you know, all the data, how you are the end result of what we did. You didn't share it. So
okay.
that you can.
The file we use on our Power BI is still the same thing. What's the name of this file? Superstore data is what we use.
No, not that. What I mean is the eventual outcome. You know, normally you always share not just the file, but you share how you worked on it. You know, when you work on it on Excel, all what we did, you always share it at the end of the class so that we can always go back and see how you did it and all that.
This particular file, the Power BI file, I should share with you guys. So
yes. Then also last week's own. Okay, well, this one was last week's own anyway. Also the map one, the one you did for map in Excel, where we did the 3D map in Excel as well.
Of last week on, you know, the one.
Yes.
This one, so I will share with you guys now.
Then also, yeah, and also the HR one where you did Power Query and we loaded it and all that. Please, if you can, please share all that, because you know we always like to go back to see how you did it, you know, real life and all that. Please.
Okay. Thank you. I'm dropping that on our resources group now.
Okay.
So I'm dropping that right now.
And please also, if you remember, I'll remind you during the week to create the link for the assignment so that we can
submit. Guys, I'm sorry for that.
No problem.
It's because I have a lot of engagements going on.
I understand.
So I'm dropping this right now.
Okay, and maybe you should just drop the others while we're here.
So no problem.
And how did you say we should register the link you sent from Microsoft, the Microsoft link that you said?
Yeah, if you guys have work email.
Yeah, work email. No, yes, I mean the exam you said we can access via our LinkedIn and we can get a discount.
Okay, I think that link requires your work email account.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Okay, but I clicked on it and I saw like a part of courses one needs to take. Do we have to complete all the courses before we'll have access to privilege to having that discount? Because I've clicked on it and
no, you don't.
Okay, once you just assign. Okay, go on, top.
You don't need to complete the class. You just make sure that your email is registered. You understand what I'm saying?
So is it our LinkedIn account or work email?
LinkedIn account, and make sure that main LinkedIn email is what you use to generate your Microsoft ID.
Okay, same. Yeah.
So do you guys understand what I mean by Microsoft ID?
I think yeah, the Microsoft account, what you use to create your Microsoft account.
Yes, that Microsoft account, you know, there's something we call MS ID. Why, if you want to write exam for Microsoft ID.
Okay.
So let's say for instance now.
Similar to your Outlook.
Yes.
Let me say.
So let me log in. Let me go to my certification dashboard. So you need to register on this platform. You need to register your account on this platform.
Okay, can we use our personal accounts? Must it be?
Yes, no. Your personal account can work for this. The one I said you need work email for is Power BI.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, to publish and all that.
This one, make sure you use your personal email account because they are going to ask for verification, your email, your address, home address, and your postal code. Because Microsoft needs to verify your identity, and make sure you use your real name. Because whenever you write exam, that's the name they are going to put on your certificate.
Okay. So the personal account must it be the one we link to our LinkedIn as well, like you said.
Try to use the one you link your email to your LinkedIn account to. I think that's very good. You know, Microsoft owns LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to.
I would like to ask another thing.
For instance, when you register on this, Microsoft will give you this ID. You have your certification ID.
Okay.
So anytime you write certificate, they will attach your MS ID to it and their certificate ID for any company to be able to use it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. For you, let me drop this link for you guys to register. Let me drop it here.
Okay. So once we register, we'll be able to get discounts when we want to write any exam.
That's when you become, let's say for instance, like me, if I want to register for any exam, I can have it as 100% sometimes. Sometimes I can have it at 75%.
Okay. Just because we are registered here. Okay.
No, just because I have some certification with Microsoft before.
Okay. But you talked about us being able to access a particular discount once we register.
Yes. So far you use that email.
Okay, we'll have it.
For what I sent to you as a COVID-19 program for Microsoft.
Okay.
So they allow you to pay 50%.
Sorry for
Let me
digressing.
show you something.
Okay.
Let's say for instance now, I want to apply for this. Can you see? Can you see this offer? Scheduled for $15. Limited time offer for job seeker impacted by COVID-19 and students. Can you see? So if you use that email for this, it will pop up this option for you. Then you can schedule your exam with $15.
Okay.
So, all right, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question, please?
Mr. Hafiz.
Hello, Mr. Hafiz. Hello? Hello, Mr. Hafiz. Quick one, sir. Mr. Hafiz, please. I'd registered my Microsoft on my online as an identity. I've registered about data to sign in. It wouldn't enable.
I can't hear what you're saying clearly. Can you come up again?
You know, there was an idea you gave us on how to register on Microsoft 365 then.
Okay. Yeah.
So having registered, I used the company, everything, then to now sign in. It kept saying not enable.
No. Microsoft 365. If you use your Office account, are you using Office 365 in your office?
And no, my personal business, just the way you said we should do premium under Office, not student. That's what I did. It has accepted initially. So while trying to sign in, it wasn't allowed again. It was unable. And I tried to send a mail to.
I'm coming. I can hear you clearly. I'm coming.
Okay.
Let me use my earpiece. can't even hear you through my earpiece. I don't know what's happening. So just come up again.
Storage and management of data. The need is strong for more analysts to gather and analyze information.
All right, what?
Data analysis is crucial in
So
all.
much noise where you are. Seems you are engaged. Okay, one thing I registered on the Microsoft 365. That's on the premium. Can you hear me, sir? Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, Afis. On the premium,
I'm with you. Continue.
Registration. Having completed the registration, not sign in. It says you are unable to sign in.
Okay.
So, and I don't know which the support link one can
Did you
send
use your personal email? Did you use your personal email or company email?
In trying to sign in, now he expected me to use my email. So that's why, and I used my email, which he said no. I tried the other one, said no, and I don't know. Do you have idea the support link one can send the mail?
I think you may need to create a business email. That's one reason why you might
I've done that. Oh. No, I've done all that. I did that from the beginning. It was registered. Now there was an error generated while trying to sign in after. So I don't know which email.
You know what you can.
Wait, sorry. Could it be that you didn't do the registration process very well? Because so when you do that, did you get some sort of a verification email to authenticate your account?
I got that. Yeah.
And then you did it.
Of course.
Did you authenticated it? And when you try to sign in,
because of trying to do that and to sign in, I don't say that I'm unable. Then
you are unable to sign in.
Yes.
And was your? Are you sure it's not? Yes.
Ask him to just clear cache of your browser, or you use another browser to log in.
Okay. Yeah. Can I have the idea of the support link you can send the mail? They asked me to screenshot what